Good morning. Good morning. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. I would like to welcome you to Purpose Journey Counseling LLC. Locked in, still 2024. So we are locked in. Today is Wednesday, July 3rd. I really can't believe half the year is over and we are actually in the month of July. But we want to say good morning to you. We want to welcome you. It is 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Wednesday, July 3rd. But whether you're catching us live at 7 a.m. or you catch us later in the day, later in the week, later in the month, or even later in 2024, we will still be locked in. We want to say welcome to you and good morning. My name is Dr. Natatu North, and I am the owner and one of the therapists at Purpose Journey Counseling LLC, which is located in Cincinnati, Ohio. So again, I did say we were live. We're live on Facebook and YouTube, and the YouTube link for this broadcast is posted on Instagram. So we always ask, if this is your first time tuning in, welcome. Don't keep scrolling. You're not here by accident. This is going to be, kind of just a short message of empowerment, of encouragement, and hopefully some inspiration for your day, for your week, for your month, for your year, for your life. So don't keep scrolling. Won't be here too long, but it will be worth it. But in order to make sure that we're sharing this with other people and just, promoting it, we definitely want to have you like this broadcast. Please like our pages. Please follow us on your preferred social media platform. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. I always say, even if you don't typically watch us on YouTube, that's not usually your preferred platform, that's fine. But if you could please subscribe to our YouTube channel, we would greatly appreciate it. We ask you to please share, because sharing is caring. And if you find a gem, something that's great, something that's encouraging and empowering for you, it's going to help someone else too. So we do ask you to please share, and let's interact and engage in the comment section. So we do counseling. This is mental health every day, all day. So we do want to share this number. We share this every time we're together. That number is for the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. If you're experiencing some type of mental health emergency, this number is 24/7. Please make sure you have the number stored. 988. Again, that's 988. Don't try to memorize it. It's okay if you do, because sometimes some of us can. But I always say this, in the moment of crisis, a lot of times it's hard to think. So just have it in your phone. Like, I know I got that suicide number from my phone. I know I got it in my phone. You can text this number. You can call this number. Again, it's 24/7. But please make sure you have it. It could be beneficial for you. It could be used for someone else. But you want to make sure you have this information readily available. Again, the number is 988. That's 988. Very, very simple number. Just put it in your phone. Just put it in your phone. So now we've done all those things. So on Wednesdays, we always come together for what we call our Wellness Wednesday. So if this is your first time joining us, this is what we do for about 15 minutes or so. Wellness Wednesday, we're talking about something to encourage and empower one another. Every month this year, we have had different themes to discuss. So every Wellness Wednesday and then our monthly podcast always adheres to whatever theme we have identified for the month. So I'm sure you guys can see my background. I am like in heaven right now, because anyone who knows me knows the beach is like my favorite place. And if you can see just the picture, there's blue water, which I love blue water. And then ocean water, blue ocean water. And there's palm trees. And I love palm trees. Like, I'm getting super, super excited as if I'm on the beach. I'm not on the beach right now, but I feel like I am, because I can see the background. So this is kind of going along with our very, very important theme that is very, very relevant. It is July. It is a summer months. And I want us to focus this month on not the beach, unless this helps you process this, but rest. Ooh, a 4-letter word. That's not a cuss word. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, that we're going to start there. So our theme for this month is going to be rest. So we're going to be talking about rest all month long. Yes, there's a lot to talk about. Just think there's actually 5 Wednesdays this month. So yeah, there's a lot of different aspects of rest. Rest is a 4-letter word. Rest is a 4-letter word. And we want to talk about rest this month. So today we are talking about how rest is essential. Rest is essential. Yes, rest is essential, meaning it is necessary. Like I just said, we think of 4-letter words. A lot of times we think of those 4-letter words we're not supposed to say. The 4-letter words that, if you ever heard your child say it, they'd be in trouble for saying it. Rest is not a cuss word. Rest is not like a slap in the face. Rest is not one of those things where it's like, oh my goodness, I'll get to that when I can because that. Now, we have to talk about rest. And I think it's important in the summer months. Not everyone does vacations in the summer. Not everyone does, big trips and all those types of things. Everyone, things look different for different people. However, regardless of where you live, where you're from, your socioeconomic status, whether you like to travel, you don't like to travel, whatever the case may be, rest is still essential. Oftentimes, we are taught erroneously that resting is not appropriate. Or we develop mindsets of kind of like, and I know I've mentioned this before, just in terms of like the Energizer Bunny, because that's what I always think of, just keeps going and going and going and going. Or maybe it's not that we're intentionally busy or we're intentionally doing something, or we feel like we have to be productive at all times. But sometimes stuff just kind of, this happens, you're doing this, you're focusing on this, and then that happens. Or you thought you were going to lay down and take some rest, and then you get that phone call, and it's like, okay, now I actually, not only do I have to take this phone call, but I actually have to get up, put on clothes, and go somewhere now because something happened. It's an emergency, or I got to be there for this thing, or I get called in. Some people are on call for work, and being on call, yes, it's still imperative that you still need rest. You still need rest. And I know some people are on call all the time. So I'll just say it makes it very, very difficult sometimes to do this. But rest is essential. If we don't rest our brains, if we don't rest our bodies, if we don't do those things, we're not taking care of ourselves. A lot of times we get tapped out. We're not the Energizer Bunny. But even if you think about the Energizer Bunny, I mean, battery operated, eventually batteries go dead. Eventually the batteries will stop working. Even rechargeable batteries have to be recharged in order for them to work again. And you can think of rest as recharging your battery. Sometimes our battery life is a lot. Sometimes we have a lot in us. There's a lot we can do, because I can't say, when I think of like the child labor laws, and I don't know what it is in every state, but I know I'm from Ohio, live in Ohio. So I know, like, when I think about, I think 14 and 15-year-olds have to take a break every like 4 hours. Like, it's a requirement when they have a job. Their employer has to allow them to take a break every 4 hours due to their age. And that's a part of our labor laws. So I'm not saying that, oh, we have to take a break every 4 hours. I'm not saying that it's like that. But a lot of times we know when we need to take a break. We know when we need to take a break. We know when we've been on. We know when we've just been going. Sometimes we have a hard time even thinking about when was the last time that you actually got to just lay down and rest and just kind of like breathe and just kind of do whatever it is that you want to do. Now, we're going to be talking all month about rest and what different rest looks like. Rest is different for different people. And I'm not here to tell you that rest means you have to go take a nap. No, sometimes rest is just sitting there and not doing anything. That could be restful for individuals as well. But rest really is taking a pause. It's a reset. It's taking the opportunity to not do whatever it is that you're usually doing, to take a break from something. And it's imperative. We have to, even those of us who feel like we can just do a lot. Well, I have the capacity to do so many different things, so I just do those things. I promise you, even mentally, when we convince ourselves that we can handle all these things, a lot of the time our brain is like, no, that's really too much. Our body's like, no, I really need to go sit down. but a lot of times we push ourselves. And I think a lot of it is based off how we were raised. A lot of it is, I know that I erroneously had thought, and I'm not sure where I got this from. I cannot say that somebody taught me this, but I thought like, oh, okay, so I need to just be productive. I got to be doing stuff. We've talked about this kind of stuff before on here. Always got to be doing something. It's if I'm not working, then it's like lazy and this, and we're going to talk about that later this month too. It's not okay. I'm not utilizing myself to my fullest potential. Do we always have to be at our max though? Is it necessary to always be at your max? Always at your max? I'm always giving my best. I'm always this, I'm always that. But are we always going to be operating at full power? Not if you don't rest. If you don't, it will just not happen. And if you think about it, like I said, from the perspective of this battery, even batteries have to be recharged. If it's a rechargeable battery, they do. They have to be recharged. Batteries in cars don't last for the life of the car. They just don't. They have to be replaced. Sometimes you think about cars not starting and you need a jump. That's how we are sometimes. We so raggedy sometimes because we just been doing so much. It's like we need a jump. That's that espresso. That's that coffee we can't live without. And I'm not here to speak against coffee, because before I went on my lifestyle change, I would drink coffee pretty much every day. I would. Coffee's not bad. But when you put all that extra sugar, cream, and sweeteners and all that stuff in it, that's when it becomes not healthy, because we're really just drinking like sugar, not the caffeine. But I don't like black coffee. So that's why I just kind of stopped. I don't really drink it anymore. It might be a treat once a month or so. But I used to believe that I had to have it. It was like if I didn't have coffee, I couldn't function. A lot of us are like that. But why are we like that? Is it really a mentality, or we really need coffee? But if we always need coffee, why do we always need coffee? If we can't function without caffeine, why can't we function without caffeine? Are we resting? Are we doing too much? So we're going to be talking about this all month. And I love that there's 5 Wednesdays, because it gives us so much to talk about. So, but rest is essential. So we just want to start with that concept. Rest is essential. It is necessary. Yes, it is. I don't care who you are, how old you are, even our kids need to rest. I know we talk about bedtimes and all these different things. That's important, but they need to rest their minds too. They need to, take a break. That's why they do need, some of them have a lot of breaks in the school, but yeah, they need those times to reset, to recharge, and to get back going. We were not created to just go until we just can't do it anymore. That's not, and it's not even necessary. It's not healthy to just keep going until I'm gonna just keep going until I pass out. Like, no, that's not, the goal is not to tap out all the time. Because if you're always tapping out, you're still not going to be able to be used. Or I'll say be used by God, but you're still not going to be able to do what you need to do at the fullest capacity. So we'll be talking about rest all month. Rest is essential. Rest is essential. Rest is essential. Rest is necessary. Let that just kind of marinate for this morning. So just as a reminder, we do have our Wellness Wednesday every Wednesday at 7 a.m. And we usually have our podcast, Hashtag from a Christian, Hashtag from a Therapist, on the first Sundays of the month at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, we had been promoting that we were going to have our podcast this Sunday, but with this theme and with everything that is going on for Purpose Journey Counseling, and even me personally, I have to practice what I preach. Look at that. Practice what you preach, Dr. Matatu. Yes, we are practicing what we are preaching. So we will not have a podcast this month. We will not have a podcast this month. We will be utilizing. So that means on the Sunday, we do not have our podcast. Like I said, we have 5 Wednesdays this month. 5 Wednesdays. So we will be utilizing our Wednesdays to do what we would have done on the podcast and talk about rest from 5 different vantage points. So we already got 1. We still got 4 more for the month. So we will not have our podcast this month, but we shall be resting. We will rest on Sunday, but we will definitely still be talking about rest for the month of July. So we will continue to have our Wellness Wednesdays, but no podcast this month. So rest. I want to encourage you. I know tomorrow is a holiday. Some people are off, some people are not, but I still encourage you, not just because it's a holiday or some people don't celebrate the holiday, whatever the case may be. If you do get the day off, rest. Do something that is restful. Sometimes that's even saying, you know what, I'm not going to the barbecue because I'm going to rest. And it's okay to do that. It's okay. Rest is essential. Rest is essential. So our tag for Purpose Journey Counseling, every time we are together, I want to encourage you to be loving, be kind, be compassionate, and be intentional towards others as well as towards yourselves. We do appreciate you so much for tuning in this morning. Lord willing, we will see you next Wednesday at 7 a.m. for our Wellness Wednesday. We pray that you have a phenomenal day, that there are some components of rest, some resting components embedded within your day today. So we do pray that you have a phenomenal Wednesday. And Lord willing, we will see you next Wednesday. And blessings and love to each and every one of you.